What's going on with gamers out there? Gamer93 here, and welcome back to part 2 of building the train station, the 2026 updated version. We're going to be doing platform 1. Now, I do know that, yes, I forgot to label them though, but luckily for me, I know the exact one I'm going to be doing though. Because there's actually going to be 2 different entrances this time. And I mean it, there's going to be 2. Well, give or take though. Actually, I just realized though, if I do 2 different entrances though, then it's going to be a bit more difficult though to do, because then I'll need to copy it though from one side to the other. And I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. But for right now though, let's just do platform 1, which we're going to need white concrete, smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz stairs. We're also going to need stained glass pane, dispenser, stone button, painting, stone brick wall, oak bench, sea lantern, and yes, I did forget some other stuff though as well. Like we're also gonna need to grab out black concrete and the iron trapdoor as well. There we go. Okay, so these are the blocks that we are gonna need right here. So we're gonna start from over here, because over here is platform 1. Now, just to make sure people don't get confused though, platform 1 is is on the left side of the shorter tunnel. So if you're facing the shorter tunnels like this, it will be on the left side, because the right side will be platform 3. I should have labeled them though to be a bit more specific. I should have. Oh, I just remembered. I'm missing another block as well though. I just remembered. We're also going to need the white concrete platform trim. We're also going to need that as well. I completely forgot about that, to be honest. I did completely forget about it though. That was my mistake. Okay, now we should have everything we need to do platform 1. Okay, so what we're going to need to do though is, so right where this red concrete is, we're gonna, okay, so this is where I kind of messed it up though a little bit though. This is where I kind of messed it up. Right here is where the floor is. So we're going to go outside. So we're going to move. So from this red concrete block, I'm going to go to the left by 1 and place it alongside this red outline. This is supposed to represent the wall on the outside, though, of platform 1. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to take out our white concrete platform trim and place it alongside the wall, like this. Like in between the wall, like in between the white concrete trim walls. Like this. This is what we're going to do. And then we're going to take out our white concrete again and just fill in this entire thing. Now, the reason why we're not doing the walls just yet though, well, what we could technically do though, I don't know why I destroyed those. I could have kept them there. But what we're going to need to do, though, is this. What we're actually going to do, though, is we're going to extend the walls up, though, to where it matches the same height as the tunnel. But only over here, though. We're not doing the front wall, though, because the front wall, though, is how we're going to get into the train station. So once we fill in the floor, like so, we're then going to come back to over here and increase the wall size up to the same height as the tunnel. Not this part of the tunnel, like this part of the tunnel. Because I want to make sure that it is high enough though to where we can add in the stairs to get to the middle middle platform and the far to get to the second and third platforms. Because I want to make sure that it is tall enough, though, to reach those. Now, speaking of that, though, I also want to give an update, though, on the staircase as well, though. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit of an update. So we can stick that back in the inventory, though. Now we're going to grab out our smooth quartz stairs and the smooth quartz block, as well as the black stained glass panes. Because we're going to be doing first, though, is we're going to be doing the stairs first, though. So we're going to come down to here. Now, I want to try to find the center point, though. But the problem is, since this is an even number, it's going to need to be in 2 different spots, though. which is why instead of being an odd number like I originally anticipated, it's going to be an even number. So, yeah. Anyway, so without further, so we're going to come out, okay, so looking at this, we're going to come down to this block right here, this one right here, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. We're going to go to the 6th block here and place 3 stairs going like this. Then we're going to take out, then we're going to, now we're going to go up, now we're going to place backward facing stairs like this. Then we're going to go up to a total of 6 stairs, like 6 of the upper blocks of the stairs going up. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the reason why I'm doing 6 though is just so like nobody jumps on top of there. And here's 6. Okay. So now what we're going to need to do is now we're going to take out our smooth quartz blocks and we're going to place them like this, just so they can kind of like outline though a little bit though on the stairs though, to where it like looks like there's like a barrier outline though, like this. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to take out black stained glass panes and extend them out 2 blocks in the first block, and then stick them on top of this block and then out another block like this. And we'll do this for all the way up like this, like so. And you want to do the same thing to the other side as well though. It's just so they don't like fall off the stairs though, or try to like jump somewhere else they're not supposed to be. So now what we're going to need to do though is we're going to come out to this block right here of part of the 3 stairs. I'm going out 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go out 4 blocks, but have the outside go out an extra block like this. So it's going to look a little something like this. Now, yes, it is close to the wall, though. I do know that, which means I should bump this back a bit, though. I should probably bump this back a bit, though. I probably should, though. Because then it's going to, because the bridge, though, is going to go, like around here somewhere. I do know that. But for right now, though, let's even just extend this all the way across, though. Right to above the tunnel, like this. Then I'm going to take out black stained glass pane and just do that, like so. Now the reason why I'm doing it 4 blocks wide though is just to make it easier though to correspond though with the walking path, just in case there's like a bunch of people like so crammed up though. Now I was originally going to do it like 5 blocks though, like a 5 block width path though, but I'm deciding not to though because of how time consuming it's going to be. Okay, now we're going to need to grab out our stone brick walls, and we're going to need to stick one along this corner right here, right there, and we're going to need to stick another one right here, like so. We're going to do a little bit of that. Perfect. So now that these stairs have have like a suspension with it though, like suspending it though, to make sure it like gets to where it needs to be. So now we're going to need to grab out our dispenser, black concrete, iron trapdoor, stone button, and oak benches, as well as the paintings. So what we're actually going to do first though is we're actually going to also grab out our white concrete and our sea lanterns, because what I'm going to need to do though is I'm actually going to need to do the roof first though, because the roof is kind of important though as well though. I nearly forgot about the roof. Well, just this section of the roof though. think if I do it like right here though, then it should be good to go. Oop, don't put that block there. Yep. Okay, so now like I said though, I will be changing this up here though, just a little bit though, just a little bit. But I'm going to do it though after to complete all 3 platforms, because it's going to be a bit like an overhang to where in case if it rains, nobody gets drenched up here, like on the stairs though. It's just going to make it a lot easier on myself though to do it like that. Now what I'm also going to do though is this though. I'm actually not going to use the sea lanterns just yet though. On this side at least. And the reason why though is because I want to make sure I can map it out correctly. Well, for right now though, I'm not going to be adding the sea lanterns in just yet though. So I'm going to stick the sea lanterns back inside my inventory for right now. And we also stick the white concrete back inside the inventory as well. Or what I could do though is I could like have it like leveled out right here though. But the problem is though, you won't be able to jump though. Like look, you can't really jump right there, but you can jump right here. Which is why I'm a little bit hesitant though of like doing the wall down a bit lower though. Or unless if I increase the roof up a bit though, like an extra block, or unless if I do that. You know what? I could actually do that, to be honest, but I can't do it for the tunnels, though. I cannot do it for the tunnels. And the reason why is because there's a road that goes above the tunnels. I do know that. So, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Hold on. Let me just go bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Oop. Come on. There we go. Oop, not there. Because if I increase it up up an extra block though above the stairs. Like this, then I can technically add in the sea lanterns as well though, like just below here. Because then that would technically mean that I have enough space, though, to work. Okay. But what I can do, though, is I can definitely extend it, like, below the, like on this part of the tunnel, though. Because it's technically not corresponding with the actual tunnel itself. It's actually not. As long as I don't do it on like, as long as I don't do it like right on, well, as long as I don't do it on like, well, I have to kind of do it on this block though, because it corresponds with the wall right here. Whoa, my game just had a heavy lag spike. And it's also to prevent these stone bricks though from also expanding outwards as well. So as long as the bridge, which if I remember correctly goes 3, 7, 3, so it's 13 blocks. But the tunnels are more than 13 blocks; they're 19 blocks, which means there's going to be extra 6 layer of blocks expanding outwards from there. But now I just realized something. If I extend this out an extra block, though, people can still like jump up though to the roof. I'm gonna need to kind of fix that a little bit then. Okay, new plan. We're gonna extend this out an extra block again. Okay, so we need to extend this out an extra block then. Again, because it's not going to work otherwise. Good thing this is the 2026 updated version, or else I would not be making these changes at all. But it's a good thing, though, that I am actually making these changes, though. It's a really good thing that I am making these changes. Okie dokie. Dear. So let me just cut it back to over here though. Like this, like out to that block there. Which is right where the wall cuts off though with the tunnel. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, so now that that's all taken care of. So now that that's all taken care of, okay, I really need to add in the lights though, but we already have lights over here though, so I'm not gonna add in the lights for right now though. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm just checking something real quick. There we go. Okay, dokie. Okay. So now what we need to do now though is now we're gonna need to add in the ticket booth though. So stick one right in between here, with the dispenser on the bottom, black concrete on the top. Now, can I wait? Hold on. I want to see something. This is. Oh, that actually still works. I didn't even know that was even a feature, actually. I just tested this to see if it actually works. I know this is a Java feature. I did not know it was also a Bedrock Edition feature. Noted. So, okay. So this is what the ticket booth is going to essentially look like. Now, the reason why I decided to change it, though, is because we're going to be dispensing, like, actual tickets, though. But we're going to add that once all platforms are done. So we're going to stick a ticket booth here. We're also going to need to stick a ticket booth right here, which will be 3 blocks from the wall. Oop, wrong block. So it looks a little something like this. And then we're going to need to add a third one right here. Oops, same one. There we go. There we go. Good. What the? Those two are flip-flop on this one. I'm so changing these. No, that's... Because I don't want a duplicate of anything, though. There we go. That's better. Now we're going to add in the benches. So the benches are going to be sitting 2 blocks away from over here. With a 3-person bench here. Skip a block, and then another 3-person bench right there. And now we're going to do the same thing underneath the stairs. Where we're going to have, we're right here, we're going to stick a 3-person bench, which will be 2 blocks away from the stairs. And don't worry though, the stairs are propped up properly, so the stairs will not collapse on anyone. So now what I could technically do now though is I could technically add in the sea lanterns now, come to think of it. But I'm not going to though, because this is where we're going to be entering though. And I want to make sure I can correspond the sea lanterns properly. And when I mean properly, I mean properly. So, I guess what I could work on next though would be up here though as well. Like the roof, like kind of like the roof though. So, you know what, I'll do that. So we're going to need to grab our stone brick walls and our white concrete and sea lanterns. And you guys will see what I'm talking about in a minute. Okay, so we're going to come out to this block here, which is 1 block away from the quartz, the smooth quartz. I'm going to go place 1 there, and then one right here. And we're going to extend these up by 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to extend up by 4 blocks, like so. But I just realized that this one right here should actually be right here. It's just so it has like more structural support though. Okay, so now I'm going to take out our white concrete and we're going to fill it in like this. But then I just realized it should go out to right here though as well. Come to think of it. Oop, not there. Perfect. Okay, so it should look... Okay, so the roof, though, is going to look a little something like this. Now, the reason why I'm having the sea lanterns, though, is because what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to kind of, like, make this look like like a little bit like a canopy a little bit, though, if that makes any sense. So, kind of like a little something like this, but destroy, like, these blocks. No, keep those blocks in there. Because that's what I want to kind of do, though, is I kind of want to make this look like a canopy, though, a little bit, though. So we're going to also remove these blocks here, though, because we don't need them here. Well, at the moment, we don't. Then we're going to stick these blocks right here, though. So we're going to basically make these look like a canopy, though, but we got to also make sure, though, that they can correspond equally, though, to where it has, like, one block at the very top. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like that, though, where it's like one block at the top, though. It is not. It is not going to be one block at the top, it's going to be 2 blocks at the top. So, unfortunately, though, this is going to have 2 blocks at the top, though, unfortunately. Or, I could just leave it like that, and then, like, kind of, like, correspond from, like, starting from, like, down here. Actually, you know what? We don't really... What I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to put the wall right here. Now, does it connect up? Oh, it does connect up like that. Ugh. Okay, so I'm actually going to stick it right here, though, which means I don't need this entire section right here, though. I really don't. But the problem, though, is this, though. I can't stick that there at all, though, because of this portion right here. So I actually have to leave it like that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I have to leave it like this, unfortunately. I have to. Or unless if I could just move the blocks forward a block, though. But I'm not going to be able to do that either. Whatever, though. It's fine. It's fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to seal this portion off over here, like this. Now I'm going to stick our sea lanterns like this. So we're going to start with a sea lantern, go to sea lantern, to sea lantern. Like this. I like that. Ooh. It's going to look a little something like this. Right here. It's just so we have some light, though, up in here. So far it's going to look a little something like this for right now. As a good structural position, though. Now, something I just realized, though, is it's not properly structured, though. So what I'm actually going to need to do is I'm actually going to extend this out an extra block, though. Like this. And what I need to do, though, is I'm actually going to need to bump this back a block. Like, and I mean all this back a block, though. Or, unless if I just leave it like this. Should I leave it? Yeah, I'm going to leave it like this, though. Where it's like one block away from the wall. Ooh, I actually kind of like this design right here, though. With the canopy there like that. I really like that. Like, I really generally do like this. I really like this. But there's another issue, though, and that is right here when we get up to the stairs. So I actually have another idea for this part right here, though. I have another idea for, like, this part right here. So I'm going to grab my white concrete, and I'm going to stick, like, a little bit of, like, like a little something like this. Just a little something like this. So I want it to look a little something like this, though. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, does go out like that, though. Okay, noted. Now, I know there's not going to be any lights, though, throughout this, like, entire, like, smaller section, though, as well, though. I do know that. But I only need to extend it out, though, to right here. Like this. I only need to extend it out to this block right here, so I can actually technically get rid of this. Now, I understand that there is no light right here. I do understand that. So, that's why I'm going to be grabbing out the lanterns. If this can work properly. Okay, so we're going to grab out our lanterns, which I did forget to grab, and we're going to stick them in the corners, though, every other block like that. Or, you know what, I'm going to do it every block, though, like this. In the corners, like so. There we go. Now, the reason I'm not using, like, copper lanterns or soul lanterns, though, is because it doesn't give off a whole lot of light, though. But, yeah, it's all finished now. Well, this part, this section of it is not quite finished, though, because I just realized we have, like, a giant, like, gap right here, like, giant empty space right here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my oak benches again, but this time, go on the 4th block, though, with a 3-block gap in between, and do the same exact thing I did right there for the benches. Perfect. So now it's not that big and empty. But then I just realized something, actually. I just realized something. I'm going to break these 2 blocks right here and stick them on the outer sides, though, of these. Though, because, well, I'm going to be needing to add in more of those ticket machines, though, and I don't want the blocks to be corresponding within it, though. Okay, so we're going to go bam, bam, bam. Ooh, not there. No, not there either. No, not there. Perfect. We're going to stick those there. Stick that there. Wait, do I have... Okay, do I have final ones? Okay, good. Now, I don't want, like, similar paintings, though, in the same area, though. Okay, now, this is looking good. This is looking really good. Okay. I'm really liking this design right here, though, to be honest. I really am liking it, though. Like, look at this. I'm really loving this design, this concept design right here, though, for, like, this area. I really am loving it. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna end this episode here. So, of part 2 of how to build a train station. This is platform 1 on the 2026 train station remake. So make sure you guys smack that like button if you do plan on subscribing. Definitely your choice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another Diamond 93 episode. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye bye.